So just rounding off the third and final guitar that's being used on the Two Lost Boys. This is Elowe, and she is a Gibson Studio from 2014, the 100th year anniversary of Gibson. I got this because I was speaking to a friend of mine who owns a shop in Brighton called GAC. I only met him last year, a guy called Matt Knight, and he was saying that this series of guitars, the 2014 100-year edition, is the only set of Gibson guitars to use a net worth of components that's more expensive than the price tag of the guitar. So the components that build up this guitar are technically more expensive than the guitar cost itself, which doesn't happen. Like, it was only because it was their 100th year anniversary thing that they actually did that. Even the 2015 models now have gone back to using shit gear. So, like, this was a one opportunity to get a Gibson off the wall that would have been playable. And it is just gorgeous. It's an amazing guitar. Like, I had a Gibson GT, which is their kind of robot guitar, and still got that somewhere, black one, kind of flames on it. Really cool. I have another Gibson Studio from 1998, I think, or 99. Very cool, very, very heavy. They've made a lot of work getting these less heavy, which is nice, because I like to swing around a bit. Although the songs that I'm using this on are slightly cleaner songs, and so it doesn't require that kind of level of durability. But I kept a lot of this the same. It's got the coil taps down here, exactly the same. These all work. I haven't cut these out of this one yet. This switch works. I haven't done much of the Frankensteining yet because this is a relatively new thing. It's got Stormy Monday pickups, again by Bare Knuckle. Stormy Mondays are cool because they're almost kind of percussive. Like, the attack you get on them is really kind of extended. Like, you get an attack it is sharp, but that sharpness has sustain to it before it drops off. Like, it's a really interesting sound. If you kind of palm mute it and play it quite intrinsically, it can sound like if you get the right pedals on, it can sound like an organ. It sounds really interesting, kind of like a Hammond B3 or something like that, which is really cool. And it's a really, really cool guitar. It has that system up here. I don't know if it's going to work. Where, I don't know if you can see that. It's literally tuning itself. It tunes itself, and then you can go in and do weird fine-tuning things. And I go through. The only thing with this is you've got to tune it, which kind of sucks because I'm not used to tuning my guitars anymore. So just thinking about it. What's it gonna do? And there we are. We're in tune. Allegedly. I never really trust that. It's kind of... I've used it before, but... Although, actually, it's pretty good. This is not in the 2-down tuning. 2-down tuning, by the way, is drop A flat. It's not baritone. It's just a standard guitar in standard tuning. E to E. I do that because there are two songs on this record. One called The Unit, currently called The Unit, and another one called currently called Writing Session, because it's got no name yet. And they both use clean guitars on them, almost all the way through. And this has that kind of really unique quality. And the record was sounding so heavily PRS that I just needed to use something to kind of break through a little bit and to have its own little thing. And Gibson, they have their own vibe. Like, I appreciate Gibson's sound. I'm not sure it's the 2-down sound. This would probably sound better on a Portraits record or something like that. But just to have an extra... It does sound amazing, but I'm not sure if it's a 2-down guitar, if you know what I mean. Especially now with the 2-down set of pickups, it's so kind of punky. Like, it's a really strange sounding... Not strange, it's a really interesting sounding set of guitars on that record. And this maybe doesn't fit in because it's slightly warmer, but I think because I'm using it in the clean sections, that's why it works so well. Anyway, this rounds off the third and final guitar, again in red, cherry red, for the Two Lost Boys. This is not cherry red. I've just realised I said cherry red. This is not cherry red. In fact, none of them are cherry red. This is like a burgundy. The telly is copper, although it looks exactly the same. As you can put them next to each other, they are identical. And then my PRS is probably between this and a cherry. It's like a kind of step up in the redness towards something like that. If you can, no, that's way too bright. It's in on the camera, but somewhere getting towards that, like it's a step up red. I only use red 2 down, and I don't know why. It's just I feel pleasantly pleased when I use red guitars with 2 down. That's the third one. Thanks.